A critical incident is an occurrence or condition contingent on or related to something else that interrupts normal procedure. A critical incident need not be spectacular. It suffices that it should hold significance. As such, at the individual level, it can be events or circumstances that made one stop and think, perhaps revisit one's assumptions, or impacted one's personal and professional learning. To kick off a critical incident technique intervention, it is essential to agree on whether the issue meets established critical incident criteria and then prepare a clear, concise statement of the purpose of the intervention. Next, one must understand what core questions need to be addressed, especially as this helps prioritize the intervention and its expected impact against other priorities. Specifically, what were the events or circumstances that led to the critical incident? What were the behaviors of the learners that made these events or circumstances a critical incident? What were the outcomes of the critical incident? What are the possible future outcomes if behaviors remain unchanged? What are the possible future outcomes if behaviors change based on lessons learned? One should then decide on the investigative method and the population to be tapped in the context of the intervention. The subsequent steps rest on more familiar tools, methods, and approaches for project management, entailing as they do actual collection and analysis of data, the design and review of strategies and plans for problem solving, implementation and monitoring, evaluation, and requisite adjustments.
Let us break down this critical incident technique by using Gibbs' reflective cycle. There are 6 stages in this cycle: description, feelings, evaluation, analysis, conclusion, and action plan. Let's look at each stage in more depth. Stage 1. Description of the event. Describe in detail the event you are reflecting on. Include: where were you? Who else was there? Why were you there? What were you doing? What were other people doing? What was the context of the event? What happened? What was your part in this? What parts did other people play? And what was the result? Feelings and thoughts. Self-awareness. At this stage, try to recall and explore those things that were going on inside your head. Include: how you were feeling when the event started. What were you thinking about at the time? How did it make you feel? How did other people make you feel? How did you feel about the outcome of the event? What do you think about it now? Stage 3. Evaluation. Try to evaluate or make a judgment about what has happened. Consider what was good about the experience and what was bad about the experience, or what did or didn't go so well. Stage 4. Analysis. Break the event down into its component parts so they can be explored separately. You may need to ask more detailed questions about the answers to the last stage. Include: what went well? What did you do well? What did others do well? What went wrong or did not turn out how it should have? In what way did you or others contribute to this? Conclusion or synthesis. This differs from the evaluation stage in that now you've explored the issue from different angles and have a lot of information to base your judgment. It is here that you are likely to develop insight into your own and other people's behavior in terms of how they contributed to the outcome of the event. Remember, the purpose of reflection is to learn from an experience. Without detailed analysis and the honest exploration that occurs during all the previous stages, It is unlikely that all aspects of the event will be taken into account, and therefore valuable opportunities for learning can be missed. During this stage, you should ask yourself what you could have done differently. Stage 6. Action Plan. During this stage, you should think yourself forward into encountering the event again and to plan what you would do. Would you act differently, or would you be likely to do the same? Here the cycle is tentatively completed and suggests that should the event occur again, it will be the focus of another reflective cycle. Gibbs's model incorporates all the core skills of reflection. Arguably, it is focused on reflection on action, but with practice it could be used to focus on reflection in and before action.